feature, we'll be having the first of our lucky numbers from the Pit Stopper magazine. So have your magazines ready. Sir, Connecticut.
Next in line, ladies and gentlemen, is the 56 of Dave Sweetman.
Then we move to Tom Butler in car 23, Tom from Stafford Springs.
And holding out that shotgun spot as the green flag flies, it's a 65 of Mike Marinelli.
We're underway with our feature event. Keep an eye on the bottom portion of our Winston Racing Series scoreboard. They'll keep you track of the laps. Alrighty, out of turn number 2 they come, and leading the way is Cliff Stakey, but here comes Mike Quintiliano in the number 2 on the inside. He's putting pressure on our leader already. Susie getting up into the marbles, loses a bit of ground, now recovers nicely, and moves up back alongside Quintiliano going into turn 1.
As the front 3 cars check out, doing battle for that first spot, Casagrande has to fend off that 85 of Peltier, putting the pressure on the 7 of Casagrande. He's trying to hold down that position as the number. Here we go, folks, another change. Here's the number 2 getting up underneath him, giving a little tap to Stakey, coming across turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Who's going to tick up that first spot? The 69 is Susie. Susie's doing a great job, but right behind him at the wheel of the 83, it's Chad Trombley. Trombley's up on the outside, 4 under a blanket off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Susie by a quarter of a car length in front of the 66 of Stakey. Putting the pressure on is the number 2 of Quintiliano. But ladies and gentlemen, 3 wide across turns 3 and 4. Here we go. Somebody's got to give down the front straightaway. Casagrande makes it 3 wide, going down into turn 1. Moving into second place, Quintiliano, and he's followed by Trombley. Now Casagrande breaks out of the pack in car 7 and runs in 4th place. Here comes Pelletier, the 85, now running 5th, dropping Stakey back to 6th place in the 66. Off the turn they come, and Susie, with his best run of the season, out in front, leading the way, as we now complete lap number 4. Fred Susie of Leicester, Mass. on top. On the move, ladies and gentlemen, on the outside, going down into turn 1, the number 49. Joe Riolo up in the middle of turn number 1 and 2, but trying to hang on is the number 99 of Jerry Konopka. Konopka's got him by 1 car length. Here comes Botticello in the 28, and creeping up right behind him in the 64 is Bennett. On the outside of Bennett, 6X is C.J. Fry. Watch these guys fly as they go down the front straight into turn number 1. Our heavy hitters now starting to break out of the back of the pack and start to close in on our leaders. Now here's a bid for the top spot. Mike Quintiliano, the dare officer of Shelton, Connecticut, moving in on the inside. Here he comes, bidding for the lead. Can Quintiliano take over the top spot as they complete lap 6? Here they come. They're side by side at the line. Down into turn number 1, side by side. The police officer, Mike Quintiliano, has the edge, and he comes out of turn number 2 in the number 2, out in front of Trombley. Looks like Susie stuck out to dry on the high side, up against the wall. There goes Casagrande, but still hanging on. The 69 of Fred Susie. Now, all over the back end of that 7 in the 85, Peltier. Peltier's trying to make the pass off before. Susie says, no way, baby. Down the front straight into turn number 1. Side by side, the 2 late models slide into turn 1. Up a bit they go. Coming out of turn 2. Who's it going to be? Susie or Peltier? Looks like Peltier by a hood. Now a root. And it looks like Susie's in a tough spot because he's got Riolo in the 49 coming up real fast. And another strong contender, the 6X of C.J. Fry. Great action all through the pack. Battles galore going on. But up front now, Trombley starts to close in on our leader. As we have now completed 8 of our laps, here they go. Riolo closing in on Pelletier. As they move down the backstretch, it's still Quintiliano with a car length edge over Chad Trombley. But here comes Dean Casagrande, the number 7 car, closing in very, very nicely. Another smooth performance for the rookie. Quintiliano holds the lead after 9 circuits. All the way from 13th spot into 6th, all the way from that spot in only 9 laps, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eye on that orange and yellow 6X just coming off a 2 down the front back straight, all over the backside of the 49 of Joe Riolo. C.J. Fry has command of this track tonight. Down on the apron, coming off a 4, trying to get a nose under Riolo in the 49. Riolo's trying to put the pressure on Peltier going into 1, but the front group now do battle. Here goes Trombley underneath Quintiliano in the 2, bringing along Casagrande for the ride down the back straightaway. Let's see if Casagrande can pick up the spot. Quintiliano's not giving an inch. Casagrande's got that line down into turn number 3, trying to hang on, got a nose under him. Great heads-up driving, no contact as they throttle down the front straightaway. Unreal, this guy is on fire catch a knife in that 7 hanging tough on the bottom side.
And what a great performance also by Quintiliano, holding on to that number 2 spot. Here he is again, closing in on our leader, Jan Trombley. Pelletier, meanwhile, holds on to 4th, pressured by Riolo in the 49 and the 6X of C.J. Fry. Off the turn, a little contact between our number 1 and 2 cars, and they're even at the line. 12 laps complete. Here they go. Who will it be coming out of turn number 1? Quintiliano regains the lead. Here comes Casagrande. He fights for 2nd place, and he's got that position.
Now reeling in, C.J. Fry in the 6X, ladies and gentlemen, is the 44, and Tommy Fox up on the outside of Kanopka in the 99. They both drifted sideways off of turn number 4. Picking up the spot will be Fox, getting in front of Kanopka in the 99. Reels in Fry in the 6X. He came all the way to 13. Now we got a spin. It's Dale Fifield in the 23. Tommy Butler, correction. Tommy Butler in the 23, excuse me.
And he has stalled, so that may bring out our caution. We'll keep an eye. Yes, there's the caution flag, as Butler now is able to...
We'll be looking for the green flag from Frank Scambato Jr. is the number 7 of Casagrande. Casagrande out of Stafford Springs. Great to see a local driver sitting on the pole, setting the pace. The pace car's in off of turn 3. Here comes the field looking for that green flag off of turn 4. Frankie lets it fly down the front straightaway. The police officer, Quintiliano, has an edge, but Casagrande has position. Now down into turn number 1. Across 1 into 2. Here they go. Keeping an eye on these guys now as we watch C.J. Fry move up on the outside. Joe Riolo down the back straight. Tommy Fox is in the battle too. Raleigh, here comes Greco from mid-pack. It is a wild, wild event coming off of turn number 4.
Chuck Santarski drifted up into the marbles, lost his spot, and drops back into the field. But up front, what a battle going on. Here's Pelletier challenging Quintiliano for 2nd place. C.J. Fry coming on strong now. Watch the point leader in the 6X. He's moving up, running in 4th place now, followed by Riolo in the 49. Off the turn, will be completing lap 18 of 30. Casagrande looking very strong out front. He's now feeling pressure once again from Quintiliano. Once again, Mike comes roaring back. The former Riverside Park Speedway late model champion trying to pick up his first win here at Stafford in the 95 season. Casagrande coming off the turn, holding the top spot, but he does not dare make a mistake because Quintiliano's right there, Pelletier and Fry right behind him.
Hot and humid tonight, but the action's hotter at Stafford in the late models. Here comes Fry underneath the 85 of Pelletier. Down the back straightaway, side by side, dead heat into 3, late braking by C.J. Fry. Along comes Riolo in the 49, gives Fry a little tap. He hits that chrome siren, drifts that 49 a little too much, almost taps the wall. It's a freight train down the front straightaway. Tommy Fox took a peek on the inside, says no way, baby, because he's watching the back end of that 85 of Pelletier. Jimmy shaking around this half mile. Now they're all single file. Casagrande, Quintiliano, Fry, Riolo, and the 85 of Pelletier, and right behind him, Fox and Trombley. Unbelievable. These leaders are just starting to check out. Here's the 7 crossing the stripe, about 6-8 cars in front of Quintiliano in the 2.
Meanwhile, Scott Foster in the 22 has broken out of the pack. The 22 is on the move. Now here comes Fry, a bid for 2nd place. Quintiliano up high. Fry looking down low as they move into the 3rd turn. Here comes Fry. He's got the position down low on Quintiliano. They swap a little paint coming off turn 4. They head for the line, and it's still Quintiliano with 22 laps complete.
Fry putting moves on Quintiliano down low. He's got the preferred line. That 6X can work anywhere, and so can C.J. Fry. Down the back straightaway. He has his sights set on Dean Casagrande in the 7. Quintiliano still got a little something left for him, though, as he gets up along the back bumper of the 6X of Fry. Watching this deal is the 85 of Pelletier, and here comes Fox. Fox is reeling in that 85, quick, fast, and hard. Along comes Riolo underneath Fox. Coming out of turn number 2, the police officer's got a little bit more pursuit in that machine because he tried to pick up that spot one more time as that car came off of 2. Down underneath, it looks like Fox does not have the set going across the turns. Looks like he's got some serious problems in the turns because he's going backwards a little bit, Raleigh.
Riolo doing a good job. Drove in very hard into 3. Took the spot back from Fox. And now Trombley's trying to do likewise. But Fox now recovers. Moves back up alongside Trombley. Meanwhile, back toward the front, Quintiliano once again closing back in on C.J. Fry. Casagrande rolling along very, very nicely. and he has just 5 laps to go for the win. His first ever in the late model division.
Dean Casagrande out of Stafford Springs, Connecticut, the General Builders Supply Casagrande built his car, doing a great job tonight for the local folks. But right behind him is C.J. Fry. They're going to be 4 laps to go next time by, folks. Hang on to your hats, because anybody can do this now. Here comes Fox on the outside of Trombley. Trombley has got some serious pressure going now as the 44 is sideways off of 4, throttling down the front straightaway, doing a wonderful job of trying to make the pass, but it doesn't happen. Looks like they're drafting a Daytona, Raleigh.
I tell you, they're really looking good back in the pack. Meanwhile, here comes Riolo. He's trying to move up alongside Pelletier down the backstretch. Into the turn they go. Riolo dives in deep. Look at the move by Riolo, and he takes over 4th place with a daring move. But he gets sideways. That opens the door for Pelletier, and here comes Gary. He regains the position. The pack right behind them. Contact between Foster and Riolo, but however, they both salvage their cars and hold position. Riolo and Fox come together now. Into turn number 3 they go, and Fox takes over for Riolo. Great battle back in the pack.
Frank Subano Jr. showing him 2 laps to go, folks. Hang on to your hats. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Just for a brief moment, there's the 21 of Georgia Jock Greco getting into the battle. Now Fox has got by who he needs to get by. Riolo's having some tough problems now as Greco gets by him on the outside, on the inside, going down into turn number 3. 1 lap to go for Dean Casagrande out of Stafford Springs, Connecticut. Right behind him in the 6X, C.J. Fry and Mike Quintiliano, the other police officer, in the dare number 2. Now watch Tommy Fox back there in 5th spot, trying to reel in that 85 and get up under him. He's got a quarter panel. He's got a door. He's got a front quarter. Spin off of turn number 2. The whole field starts to get collected up, but the green flag still hangs out as the checker goes to Dean Casagrande in the late model. 30 laps of Winston Racing Series action here. And at the line, it looked like it was Fox for the 4th spot, just by a nose, unofficially, of course, but that's the way it looked here. Unbelievable, folks. 4 contact off of turn number 4. The 24 car get caught up into that, as well as the 52. Holy mackerel. These guys are putting on one exciting show. All the people in the stands are on their feet. They just cannot believe how hard these guys are charging the late model of the 30-lap late model race here at Stafford Speedway. Dean Casagrande from Stafford Springs, the General Builders Supply Casagrande Builders number 7. We're going to go trackside to Tony Sutton. Just a moment here. There's C.J. Fry in the 6X. C.J. did a great job.
Let's get some water to these guys, because I know they got to be thirsty after that. And want to point out a couple of things. If you notice, the pit straightaway is a lot brighter than it has been. We've got new lights on the pits and on the front straightaway. So all the folks working down here on the cars have a much easier opportunity to see what they're doing. Mike Quintiliano, now, you're going to do this for 100 laps next week. You're going to go through any conditioning in order to be able to hang on for 100 laps?
I think so. We just drove that whole race without a clutch, you could tell. You know, the restarts, I thought I was going to get killed, but we did all right on the restarts. My crew worked all day to get this motor in. We had problems. TA built a good motor for this race. The car started pushing. CJ, fantastic driver. Dean, excellent rookie. They did a great job, and it was just, it was great to compete against them today in this weather.
I'll tell you something, you guys put on a heck of a show. In the past, you've been noted for hanging and smashing, but you guys just drove really hard tonight. Probably some of the cleanest late model race we've seen in a long time.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I tell you, racing with these guys is fantastic. I'll race with them anytime. 100 laps would be a pleasure if I'm up in the front with these guys again.
Mike, congratulations on 3rd place. Okay, we'll get on up one more spot. We'll see if we can round up CJ. Nice Friday night ride, huh?
Yeah, I'm real pleased with it. Of course, you always like to win, but we've been off for the last couple of weeks, and we've been getting banged up a little bit because we've been a little bit off the pace. I got to give this one to my crew chief, Flash. He worked hard on this car all week. You know, he turned the bolts, and he made the adjustments that. They give the 7 car a lot of credit. I mean, I was running wide open and I couldn't catch him, so hopefully our times are pretty good. But congratulations to him. Great race. I wish there was a caution naturally, but I want to thank John and Jenny and John Simlick from Caldwell Banker and all my fans that have helped me. Thank you.
Okay, CJ, great finish the 2nd spot. Now let's get over here. We've got the photographers done, and we're also doing a draw for, and it's number 9. Never mind, going to check the body. We're going to check the body, and it looks pretty good because you didn't bang it up that much. To begin with, congratulations on a great drive.
Thank you very much.
You know, the late models have been noted for banging and slamming, but you guys tonight put on just a whale of a driving show. The cars were loose, the cars were tight, they were inside, outside, and you managed to just hook up and all of a sudden slowly drive away. Did the track come to you, or what happened?
Well, I was pretty lucky. We started up front, we started in third, and just took our time. You know, the old Mike and the 83, they're going at it a little bit, so I was just picking them away, and here we are.
Dean, you drove the last couple of years in the Dare division. You moved up, and I know you had a little trouble in the beginning, but obviously the experience there and your previous experience before you got into a full-body car is really starting to pay off.
Oh yeah, you know, just knowing